Hi, so we're going to talk about our first game of the year, which is Find Xenobear. A lot of you all may have received this game already last year. This game is about spatial relations, so it talks about position words such as in, on, under, and we're going to do that by hiding our friend Xenobear. So each game is broken into 3 different levels. There's level 1, level 2, and level 3. And sometimes you'll hear us refer to those levels as seed, sprout, and bloom. Each level kind of helps different age or different kids at different levels play the game, but we always say to start with level 1. So before we dive into the game itself, we're going to go over a couple of the other materials that you receive. So as always, you'll get an instructor guide about the game, which will go over vocabulary. It'll have some ideas for self and parallel talk related to position words. There's always going to be a book recommendation that aligns with whatever game objective that game is focused on. So for this one, it's the Going to Bed book by Sandra Boynton, which is a great book for position words. And there's ideas of more ways to play position games in the classroom or for families to play at home. Or if you're a home visitor, ways to play at your home visit. And then it also has the Teaching Strategies Gold alignment along with telling you where in the TS Gold spectrum each part of the game falls. So Seed is really on the yellow color band for TS Gold. Sprout is on the green color band. The second part of Sprout's on the blue color band, so on and so forth. In addition to that, you'll also get with your classroom set a station guide that will help to go over how to play the game in small group. So the front part just kind of goes over some basics of general things to keep in mind when playing in small groups, things like making sure that we keep it really fun and positive so that kids have a positive math experience. Things like if kids are showing signs of being kind of bored or not interested, that we just move on because we really want them to have that positive, fun relationship with math. So if they're not enjoying it, then it's just fine to be done for the day and try it at another time. The back of it will walk through how to play each level in small groups. So there's a panel for level 1, level 2, and level 3. And it just really explains how you can play the game with a group of kids up to 6 or 7. Okay, so now we're going to play level 1 or the seed level. So in this level, you're going to use the orange cards and you're also going to use your Xenobear. So the orange cards we're going to start with, and you'll notice that there's a picture and the word, and then on the back has all the translations for that word. The first thing we're going to do is just kind of read over the words with the child and maybe even move into those positions with the child just to help them understand. So for example, we might read the word under and then move into a hiding position under the table with the child. Then once the child has a chance to get familiar with the different words, then we're going to move into actually hiding Xenobear. Now in this level, the adult is the hider. So in this level, I'd ask a child or children to pick a card, and whatever card, okay, so the card that was picked was in. So then I would hide Xenobear in something, and then while I'm hiding, I'd ask the kids to close their eyes or cover their eyes, and then I tell them when I've hidden Xenobear and for them to go look for it. So you can continue to play on hiding Xenobear by all the position on the yellow cards. And as the children or child is looking for Xenobear, that's a great opportunity to use parallel talk. So if Xenobear is hiding in the box, but they're looking under the table, use parallel talk and give some words to that. So say, oh, I see you're looking for Xenobear under the table. Oh, I see you're looking for him next to the chair. Use that as an opportunity to expose them to even more position words. An overview of level 1, and now you'll have the chance to actually watch a family play.
On something.
Okay.
Put your Xenobear on something. Where do you want to put it? Nope. He put it on his arm. Good job. He is on your arm.
So in level 2, you're going to use the blue cards, and you're going to again use Xenobear. Now in this level, you have a choice of whether you hide or the child hides. And you can kind of play one round where you're the hider and then see maybe if they're ready. If they're not ready, that's no big deal. We're already increasing the challenge in the game by using the blue cards. So it might be too much to increase the challenge by using the blue cards and having the child be the hider. So you know the kids, you'll know what works best for them. But in this level, we're going to play it really similarly to level 1. The child's going to pick a card, and we're going to hide Xenobear according to that card. So let's say we pick the card next. So if we pick next to, I'm going to hide Xenobear next to something, so Xenobear is hiding next to the game box. Whoever the hider is, just make sure that the seeker has their eyes closed or covered while the hider is hiding, and then open up their eyes. Now if you do play where the child is the hider, and let's say they pick the card next to, and maybe they hide the bear inside of something, that's okay. Rather than say, no, your card said next to, we just use this as an opportunity to provide language to what they did do. So if they hid the Xenobear inside the box, and we can just say, oh, I see you decided to hide Xenobear inside the box. And it's no problem, we just know we can log in our head that next to is still a position word that we might need to work with that child on. And now you'll have the opportunity to watch a family play level 2.
The chair. And, okay, what does yours say? Inside. Okay, so you have to hide him inside of something for Titi to go find.
Okay. Oh, you have to close your eyes, Titi.
Oh, Titi's got to close her eyes. Not too far. In this area here. Look.
Whoa.
You seen the Xeno bag? Nope, he's not in the Xeno bag.
Is Titi hot or cold? Is she cold?
She's cold.
She's cold.
I'm cold.
You're
You're
cold.
getting
Colder.
You're getting cold.
Inside of something?
You're getting cold.
You getting warm?
You're getting warm.
No.
You're getting hot.
Okay, keep going.
You're
cold.
burning. You're burning.
I'm cold.
To the left.
You're burning.
You're burning.
You are burning. You're burning.
Inside.
You're burning. You're burning again.
Nope, he's not there. Let's see, is he hot? Is she getting hot?
Hey!
Whoa.
I tried.
That was a good job.
All right,
She
my
didn't
turn.
give me a hint, I wouldn't have. Okay, so now we're going to play level 3, or the bloom level. So in this level, you're actually going to use the orange and the blue cards, and you can mix them all up. And we're also going to use our little magnifying glass to help us search. And then this picture map, which is double-sided, so you can choose which side to start on. And what's going to happen in this level is the child's going to pull a card. So let's say we pulled the between card. Then the child's going to look for Xenobear on our picture mat. And we're going to look for Xenobears that are between things. So I'm only going to look for Xenobears in this position. And you will notice when you're looking at your picture mat that there are some imposter Xenobears. So we have to make sure it's a real Xenobear. So while you're searching through, we're going to look for Xenobears between. So I see this Xenobear here is between the little girl and the little boy playing Find Xenobear on the floor. And I see that this Xenobear here is actually between the mom and dad, or who I think might be the mom and dad, and the table legs. So you're going to go through and see if you can find all the Xenobears that are between. And if a child finds an imposter, that's okay too. But we would just want to point out that, oh my goodness, you found an imposter between the chair legs. Wow, you found something else that's between. And it's great if they find even more things, or if they want to describe other things in the pictures besides Xenobear. The more that they start using these position words themselves, the better. So this level really is starting to get them to use the words themselves to describe the positions, but it's also starting to let them see how to use a map. So this is actually the beginning stages of a child being able to read a map, which is why this is the 3rd level, the bloom level. It is a bit harder to actually start to use and orient and understand a map. And now you'll have the chance to see a family play this level.
What's the undercard?
He's right there. Where'd he go?
Where?
Did you find him?
Look
What is he under?
He's under the table.
He is under the table. So Mikhail found him under the table. Where is it? Okay, there he is. We found him under the table. Okay, Eddie, can you find him? Let's see. Let's see.
What there?
Right there. Let's see. Remember, he's gotta have green. He is
You
green.
found your